Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's take a quick hot minute to talk about actions and manifestation in the part 4 of the series that we are doing regarding manifestation. I don't want anyone to get a wrong or negative impression around manifestation and be like, oh, this is some kind of magic, or only a few people in the world can do this and blah blah blah. Okay, you can really just search for celebrity manifestations on YouTube because most of us tend to believe what they have to say. So I would like for you to see such things and to sort of see what exactly are people talking about and why is someone like me talking about this, so that you have a better understanding and clarity around this. But I do not want you to confuse that, okay, I can just journal all day, I can just sleep on it, and I can just talk about it, send it out to universe, and everything is going to come to me. There is something known as being inspired to take the action. Okay, so basically what this means is, this is what I think about it. Okay, so a lot of people will have this question as to, oh, so I don't need to put in any work, I don't need to really get up and do something about myself, I'm just going to sort of land up there. And that's not what manifestation is about. You can't be a couch potato and expect your body to be great or toned and slim and muscular and all of these things. You have to put in the work 100%, yes, right? So when it comes to the kind of things that I have manifested and that I am talking about, I can't tell you how much of the work that I've put in, right? And how I look at it is this way, okay? So I believe when you have a desire and when you put it out in the universe for it to be manifested, you sort of create that vibration and you sort of bring your frequency vibrating at a place where you sort of start to attract people, attract things, attract events, attract resources, and just accumulate that information and knowledge that can sort of guide you towards the right path. Okay, so let's say when I said that I want to have clear skin, I also started looking into gut health. I also started looking into food, gluten, dairy, and the kind of things that I used to come across, the kind of books that I used to come across, the kind of people that I used to come across, the kind of things I used to come across on Instagram, YouTube. All of these things were sort of vibrating at the frequency that I was vibrating at. So there is good in the world, there is bad in the world. What are you attracting towards yourself, right? So that is where the power of manifestation comes in. I put myself at a certain frequency dependent on how I feel, depending on a thought or something that I'm constantly repeating in my mind, and then universe sort of confirms to my beliefs. So I start to see more of the things I believe in. So I think one of the finest examples would be a red car on the street. You talk about red car, red car, red car, and you are going to see that red car on the street, not because it's magic, but it's because you have your attention at that place and you are now aligning with that thing that you desire, and that alignment and this alignment comes together, the frequencies come together, making you align. So this is exactly what I think, that when we sort of put out a desire and not put the work, that's not what manifestation is. And I don't want anyone to be like, oh, so why is she not manifesting something more bigger or something this and that. This is not what this is about. This is about clarity. This is about internal power. This is about what our minds are capable to do. This is about, there is something a little bigger than destiny, where you can do something about some things and you can change certain things in certain ways, and you can make the world just move even by an inch as per your desires and likings and wants, and just how you want for certain thing to be like. So what happens is, so let's say I feel like, oh, it's too sunny, I'm going to sweat, I'm going to die with this sweat. There's going to be that one thing. What can happen is, either the weather can become cloudy for millions of reasons, or I can accommodate and accumulate myself to that weather and not be so irritated by it. So two things are going to happen. A, you are either going to manifest it. B, you are just going to sort of accommodate yourself around that thing that happened or that thing that did not happen, and just sort of go with the flow. I have had so many desires and wantings that I've not been able to bring to fruition, but at the end of it, I am always like, oh, I'm so glad that this didn't happen, otherwise I wouldn't ever have what I had, right? So it's just for you to understand that this is not pseudoscience, and you don't always have to categorize a few words that you hear and just throw it around people. That's not how this works. Okay, you have to understand what people like us are trying to teach you or inform you about, that you need to have that clarity in your mind, dependent on the kind of visions that you have for your own life, and you put out that desire in the universe, and then what I believe happens is you are inspired to take the action, you are inspired to make the phone call, you are inspired to go and pick up that book, you are inspired to go and open that book. This happens so much with me. I'm reading about something, I have a client's case, I need to find an answer to a question, and I just stumble upon it. It just comes to me. I can just suddenly figure it out. I can just, find a book, find a podcast, find someone talking about it, find a client helping me with it. So a lot of things happen just because I had that clarity and I put it out to universe that, see, this is what I want, and if this is doable, that would be lovely. But if that doesn't work out, I'm going to be very okay. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to, find something else to do. I'm going to distract myself, and I'm going to have a different desire, and I'm just going to move on. So this is so much about that internal work that I constantly talk about, that you have that clarity and you have that desire, and then you are inspired to take the action. You take the action, you make the phone call, something's happened, something's changed, you apply for a job, you apply for a scholarship, your visa is going to be approved, and so many beautiful things happen because you were inspired to take that action. And I talk about this on my Instagram stories every single day about journaling, that I am always called to journal, and when I'm called to journal, I can write pages and pages and pages of the emotions that I'm feeling, and I'm just able to put it out, and I shut it and I just keep it aside for a few days until I'm called to do it again. So this is not a task. This is so much about that internal work, internal strength, mental strength, peace, emotional stability, which is really, really important for the kind of world we live in. We need to learn how to manage our own selves, and not at the cost of depriving us, but at the cost of knowing that, okay, there are few things that I can take control of, and there is something that I can do about this. And if nothing, I can always change my perception towards these situations, circumstances, people, my boss, my colleague, my partner, my family, and all of these things. Okay, so this is where the hard work and the manifestation and the inspiration comes in, and this is what I really believe has been happening with me. But I do not want anyone to get the negative impression that you can be a couch potato and get things done. I am sure there are people for whom these things work out, and to be one of them, that's awesome, that's great, God bless you, keep it up. If you're not one of them, maybe we can try the method of clarity, inspiration, hard work, putting in the work, and just seeing where the universe takes us. So I really hope this helps you with the action, inspiration, and manifestation thing, and let me know down in the comment section below so as to what do you want me to talk about in the next video, and I would love to help you in that way. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me, and until next time, take care. Bye.